Hey, what's up? I'm gonna try and teach you how to build a computer like as quickly as I can in this 2-minute video. Here we go. So up behind me, you have a flow chart of all of the computer parts that typically make up your thinky box, right? You have your motherboard. This is like the cardiovascular system or the heart of the computer. This is where everything plugs in. You'll see all of these arrows end up leading back to the motherboard. The motherboard kind of organizes all the activity between all of these parts. Above that, you have the RAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. If you open up a Word document on your computer and you're currently working on it, that stuff is going to be stored in the RAM. Next to that, you have the power supply. It's like a box. It doesn't really do much. It's got a fan, but it distributes power to the rest of your computer. Below it, you have the CPU. The CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. This is where all like the thinking is, like the brain of your computer. It does a lot of math. Next to that, you have the graphics card. The graphics card is like the eyes of the computer in a way. It shows you all of the graphical things that your computer's trying to think about, whether it's video games, video editing, whatever. The graphics card typically does all things visual. You plug your display or your monitor into the graphics card, and that's how your monitor gets a signal from your computer. The CPU it's like a little tiny square. It's like this big. It's not big, but it does a lot of thinking, and a lot of electricity passes through it while like your computer runs. So it gets pretty warm. So you have to have a CPU cooler that takes all the heat away from the CPU. Over here, you have your storage. Storage is like a hard drive or an M.2 or an SSD. And these are things that hold all your files long term. This is where you store your games, your Word documents, your PDFs, everything. This is where all that stuff sits. Down here, you have something called a front I/O. This is where all your ports are. So like if you've ever used a computer and there's USB ports and there's a power button and there's the auxiliary jack, that is the I/O. That's what you plug your keyboard and your mouse into, and any other input devices or whatever else you'd plug into a USB. There's a lot of things.